whoa. Wait 1 second there, sir. Wait 1 second there, sir. Somebody shot themselves on the foot yesterday. And it's unfortunate that Devin Haney didn't catch on, but George Kambosos shot himself on the foot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know y'all tuning in to Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Move shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, smash the like button. Y'all know the drill. Smash the notification bell so you can get my updated videos. Now, y'all know y'all heard the press conference yesterday between Devin Haney and George Kambosos, and George Kambosos went in on Devin Haney, calling him an informant, calling him a rat, calling him a snitch, a.k.a. Sammy the Bull, and all. It was good. It was good. George Kambosos got a lip. Devin Haney just wasn't fast enough to actually debunk what he was saying. And maybe for the people out there, it probably went a little bit too far, a little unprofessional. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the sport of boxing. But yet, George Kambosos shot himself on the foot in reference to say that Devin Haney went against his own countryman, Teofimo Lopez. As what George Kambosos was saying, that prior to the fight or leading up to the Kambosos-Teofimo Lopez fight, that Devin Haney was contacting George Kambosos and telling him that Kambosos, yo, Teofimo Lopez having a problem with wifey, yo. You know what I'm saying? Go talk about his wifey and stuff like that. Y'all already know that's his weakness. Oh, yo, you know what I'm saying? He's out there in a hookah bar and things of that nature in Las Vegas. I know you don't know. You're in Miami right now working out, but I'm going to tell you everything that was going on. Calling him a snitch and all that shit. And y'all saw the celebration with Devin Haney and Bill Haney. They were celebrating like it was the 1996. The Yankees won. The Yankees won the pennant. It was like yesterday the Boston Red Sox beat. I said the Boston Red Sox. The Boston Celtics beat Miami Heat. They were celebrating like that. They were celebrating like they won the championship. Matter of fact, yo, Devin Haney and Bill Haney was celebrating like they won their WBC championship. Oh, hold on. My fault. They couldn't celebrate it because they really didn't win it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying is, George Kambosos shot himself on the foot because George Kambosos helped a foreigner just like he felt that Devin Haney was trying to help a foreigner, which is George Kambosos, for George Kambosos to defeat Teofimo Lopez. But George Kambosos, you did it. Even though that you was working with Manny Pacquiao, and it's a pleasure and it's an honor to work with the 8th Division World Champion, the 5 linear, the 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. It is an honor. Yet, you took that honor to work against your countryman, Jeff Horn. You helped Manny Pacquiao. Well, it was a robbery. Jeff Horn actually beat Manny Pacquiao, but a lot of people feel like it was a robbery. But you understand what I'm trying to say. The backstabber is not Devin Haney. Devin Haney was going back and forth with Teofimo Lopez. Both of them was disrespecting each other. That's what we know. Even though that we feel like Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez was actually going at one another prior to the Kambosos fight. So, in a potential showdown between them, Eddie Hearn was on it. They shook hands and things of that nature. Devin Haney wanted Teofimo Lopez, but then it was actually kind of surprising that they were celebrating the Kambosos win. But anyway, aside from that, we got to call it out as we see it and as we hear it. Jeff Horn backstabbed Jeff Horn. George Kambosos backstabbed Jeff Horn. If George Kambosos says what he says about Devin Haney and backstabbing his own countrymen, then George Kambosos, you backstabbed Jeff Horn. George Kambosos backstabbed Jeff Horn. George Kambosos went against his countrymen in his greatest fights of his career. Even though that Jeff Horn did beat Manny Pacquiao, you tried to stop. You tried to not help your countrymen. George Kambosos was selfish and just wanted to work with Manny Pacquiao, and the expense not caring that his countryman, the Australian, his biggest moment, the biggest moment for Australia, you was going for Manny Pacquiao, George Kambosos. When the whole country, the whole stadium wanted to see something great coming out of Australia. You helped prevent that. And you did it, though, because Jeff Horn did win. Robbery or not. George Kambosos tried to stop one of the biggest moments in Australian boxing history. And maybe this might be one of the biggest wins in Australia boxing history. Jeff Horn versus Manny Pacquiao. And George Kambosos was trying to help. Well, not trying, but helped Manny Pacquiao prepare for Jeff Horn. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, over here in Punch Drunk Boxing, we break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. We give a lot of fighters credit because these modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, they put their life on the line for a pure entertainment. We give them a lot of credit, but we always got to hold them accountable as well. Not critique them to the point where we're going to just drag them in the dirt, but we got to hold them accountable. And even though that, yes, George Kambosos won the press conference and Devin Haney didn't catch on, because if Devin Haney would have said what was needed to be said, if Devin Haney would have come back with what we saying right now, then George Kambosos would have looked very, very bad in front of the Australian press. And this is why you got to do your studies when you go into press conferences. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna go face to face once again, and hopefully Devin Haney gets these information and tells George Kambosos, hey, yo, you the one that backstabbed. Matter of fact, you're not really about Australia. You're really about Greece. You're not really for the Australian people, George Kambosos. You're just using the Australian people, but you all about really Greece. You're about the Greek people. Ooh, he's just using the Australian because Greek, even though that I believe that Greece invented boxing, not the Queensberry, but I think that's where the first real boxing match in the history of boxing. Not the Queensberry rules, but boxing, I think, actually did come from the Greeks. But anyway, I think that George Kambosos shot himself on the foot. Let's see if Devin Haney brings that to the table the next press conference. Let me know what y'all think. We got to keep it unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Hold these guys' words accountable. So let me know what y'all think, man. Leave it in the comment box. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.